Well, let's switch gears and talk some high school football. Winning coach from last night, Dallas Mountaineers Rich Mannello against the Wyoming Valley West Spartans. And Coach Mannello, welcome into the show. Congratulations.
Hi, John. How are you? Thanks for having us on.
Well, congratulations on that win last night. Let's talk about getting out to a lead, and then Valley West looks like they're getting a little bit close, and you guys know how to finish.
The kids did an unbelievable job. We talked about each week in the first four, if we take the lessons from each game and build on it, we have a chance to be pretty good. And it's no secret. When we went down to Berwick, we got off the bus a little wide-eyed, and so that was a lesson coming out of there. Once we settled down, we were starting to play football, and then we talked about all week getting off the bus and another daunting environment down in Valley West, and just playing football. And I thought we did a nice job with that. But the kids, from start to finish, they just played their hearts out. They're tremendously disciplined and really proud of their effort in all three phases. And then physically, when we had to, and Valley West is very talented. It's one of the biggest high school teams I've ever seen. That defensive front was impressive. And, to watch our kids be able to come back and answer, when Valley West kept coming back, and then we would answer with another score and another drive, and, had an opportunity to control the clock and get off the field, in most series defensively. Really proud of how the kids performed.
The Dallas Mountaineers victorious last night against the Wyoming Valley West Spartans, and there's some other games out there. People are like, hey, that really happened. Well, Coach, for you last week, scoring points against Scranton Prep was something that nobody had done. So talk about some of the positives you took out of the game. Prep went on to beat you, but all the positives and trying to not to get too banged up. As you said, you're playing a big physical Valley West team this week. Talk about how the week went in preparation for last night.
Well, the process, you heard me, we talk about it all the time. It doesn't matter who we're playing week to week. We gauge ourselves by us and what we do and, what we take out of the previous game. And, the prep game, probably one of the best coach teams I've ever seen. You got to be perfect up front to gain 3, when you're going to hand the ball off. And they do a fantastic job. And I knew they were stout. When we watched that intercut and put the end zone copy on, those guys fill up their pants. That was a heck of a group that we played against. And when you look at it close, our kick cover failed. We had catastrophic failure on the kick cover team that led to a 14-point swing in a game, and that was we couldn't get past that. So we understood as a group that if we get that fixed, we go to toe with a team like that, then let's carry it over. And so that's what we did. We prepared as we always do, but the lessons learned from the prep game carried in, and playing these types of teams, it just makes you better.
Young guys for you continue to step up. You were thrown into that position last year. Let's talk about some of these guys that just seem like they're getting a little bit better. I got to see the Muser kid in practice, and that was probably in the first week or two of camp, but I got to see him fly around a little bit, and it was kind of, under the radar, just looking around and seeing him make some plays there. He's a kid now that just steps up more and more each week, it seems.
Yeah, he's in that 10th grade group. That there's no secret anymore about that group. They're very talented, but they're extremely hard on each other. I don't have to say too much. I don't have to say much to the whole group, but that group especially, they get after each other pretty hard. And he was a guy. We talk about this cross training thing. From the spring through up until even 2 weeks ago. He's playing Mike linebacker, Buck linebacker, defensive end, tight end, fullback, tailback. And, it's like hitting a kid with a fire hose. And then, we got a little banged up here and there. Next guy in the backfield, and he stepped in at tailback. And, last night he rushed for $120. And so every time he gets out there, he's like the rest of them. They're getting better. It's a matter of reps. It's a matter of playing behind your pads, and that's just time. There's no fast forward in that process. It's weight room, and it's time. It's reps out on the field, and but him and all of them, regardless of grade, they're all coachable. You don't have to say too many things twice to this group.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big win on the road at Wyoming Valley West, and best of luck the next half of the season here. Okay.
Thanks, John. Really appreciate it.
You got it. Rich Mannello from Dallas area. The Mountaineers get a big win at Wyoming Valley West. We come back. Dunmore Bucks football live in studio with us. We're talking a little bit with the Lakeland boys soccer team as well. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Frank Sirocatch break. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sirocatch is there. We'll be back at WILK.